Hey everybody, we're here with Scott Nielsen, line producer for Need for Speed Carbon. We've seen the game on other consoles, and we got a peek at the PS3. Tonight's the first time we're actually seeing it and getting our hands on it and playing around with it. So tell us what it's been like bringing this game to the PS3.
It's been a lot of fun. I think, like you mentioned, the first time that we unveiled the PS3 was at the EA Studio Showcase back in August, I believe. And it had taken a lot of time to get the game up and running. We were sort of showing off a little bit of what we had, and I think there was a lot of expectation for where we could take the game. We're very close to final now, and we're just putting the finaling touches on things, and actually excited. This is the first time people have had a chance outside of our studio to see the game and get some hands-on with it.
All right, so obviously we've seen that the current gen and next gen versions of the game differ a little bit. And so what's different about the PlayStation 3 version of the game from, say, the 360?
So I think first and foremost, one of the big differences you're going to feel is with the controller. What's been a lot of fun it's as fun as it is for people to get to play the game, it's actually a lot of fun to develop the game as well. And what the new PS3 controller with the motion sensors allowed us to do is kind of really innovate on the way that you play the game. So similar to the way that we've been working with the speed breaker, where you get extra sensitive control if you got into a tight situation with cops or cornering. You can look at the motion sensor on the Need for Speed Carbon game the same way. So as you're steering, you can tilt the controller to get a little more fidelity into the steering when you just need that little extra push to get around corners. So again, it'll be the first time you guys get a chance to play the game, and it's been fun trying to sort of tweak and tune just to find that right spot. But we think it's a real different way to play the game. It's a lot of fun.
As far as the visuals go, what's it been like working with this particular hardware? Because Sony's talked a lot about how powerful it is and the possibilities of it.
It's funny. We were just talking to a couple of friends, and we were going back to the days where we went from PS1 to PS2, and towards the end of the PlayStation 1, I remember thinking of how gorgeous the games look, almost lifelike, and all of a sudden the PS2 came out, and we were blown away by what they looked like. It's unbelievable to me to see some of the games that EA is making on the PS3 right now. They're getting so close to real life. It's fascinating, and I think it just enhances the gaming experience. And I think we've proven over the years that we can get there with the visuals. What's been a lot of fun, too, is now to see that we're able to do the gameplay and have the gameplay catch up with the visuals now. And that's been a real big focus with Need for Speed this year, is to really innovate on new game modes in the racing space and really push the boundaries visually as well with them. And it's the marriage of the two that has me excited about Carbon.
All right. And so for people that maybe haven't followed Carbon that closely, can you just give us a quick rundown of what it's all about?
Absolutely. So this year in Carbon, you're going to start off by yourself. You're going to sort of get reintroduced to a street racing scene in a city that you had grown up in. But what's different this year is you actually are going to build out a crew. And your crew's going to be sort of based along car class lines. So if you're a big fan of tuner cars or muscle cars, exotic cars, whatever you have a particular affinity to, you'll build out a crew based along those class lines. Once you build out that crew, we've taken the city, and the city is owned by different crews. So you're going to have muscle crews controlling a certain area of town, tuner crews controlling a certain area of town, and exotic crews controlling a certain area of town. You're going to build up a crew. You're going to go challenge those guys for control over their areas block by block. Ultimately, once you get control of that area, you're going to have to face the boss of that crew. You're going to have to defeat him on his own track. Then you're going to have to go out into the canyons, which are some of the most illicit and dangerous forms of street racing that we've had to date. And you're going to have to go out and beat him on his canyon. It's really a thrilling experience. I think people are going to be real excited with the game.
Nice. Well, sounds pretty cool. When can we get our hands on it on the PS3?
So Need for Speed, as well as Tiger Woods, Madden, and Fight Night are all going to be at the launch of the PlayStation 3.
All right, sounds great. Well, that's it for Need for Speed Carbon. Check back on the site for more on the game and more on the PS3.